Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how you will be able to go into Wishblossom Ranch on November 19th and the quests you need to complete to gain access to Wishblossom Ranch when it comes out next month. If you're not aware, lots of people, or at least some people, have been getting mail in their mailbox with moonstones for Wish Blossom Ranch without even having to have bought the DLC. And it's not even available right now, so this is definitely a glitch. And they have already mentioned that if you do have this in your mailbox, to not collect it and to report it directly to them. But that is not the concept of, so just keep that in mind. And I do want to thank a community member for providing this image as this did happen in their game. So essentially, if you look at the context of this mail, it says to access Wish Blossom Ranch and the expansion quests, you'll have to complete the following Dreamlight Valley story quests first. So I'm going to walk you through which quests these are and which character quests these are and the basic premise of the quest, but I will have you know that these are fairly early game quests, so you don't need to progress very far into the storyline at all to be able to get access to Wish Blossom Ranch if you're a new player. So it's very good in that sense. So you'll be able to explore Wish Blossom Ranch with everyone if you are new to the game. The first quest is called the Dream Castle. Now, this quest does have a prerequisite, which is a quest called Welcome to Dreamlight Valley. I think that is the first official quest when you enter into the valley, so you definitely do have to complete that before you'll even have access to this quest. Essentially, the premise of this quest is to open the Dream Castle. It costs, if I'm correct, 2,000 Dreamlight, so you will have to grind a little bit to get the 2,000 Dreamlight so that you can unlock the castle. The second quest on this list is the Friendship is Everything, which is a Merlin quest. And this one also has prerequisites, the Dream Castle, which is the previous quest we talked about, and another quest called the Royal Tools. So you need to make sure that these two are complete before you can move on to Friendship is Everything. And essentially in this quest, you're basically returning the Orb of Friendship back to the pillar in the meadow. The third quest, Making Sense of Things, is a Scrooge McDuck storyline quest, and essentially you're going to be unlocking Scrooge McDuck's store in this quest, which kind of makes sense because when you go into Wish Blossom Ranch, usually a Scrooge store and a Remy restaurant is already placed over there, so you'll need to be able to access that and unlock it once you get there, and I have a feeling we need to have Scrooge unlocked to be able to access it Wish Blossom Ranch, so it makes sense that we need to do this quest before we get there. Going off of the previous quest, the next quest is called Scrooge McDuck's Grand Reopening. It's just another quest to get his store up and running and essentially promote his store. If I remember correctly, we do need to craft him some Scrooge signs from the crafting station and place it around our valley. That's just one component of the quest that I'm remembering. But that is the basic premise, and essentially just crafting and placing things down in the valley to complete this quest. The final quest is Fishing Expedition, which is a goofy quest, and this is also a story quest. So none of these are actually friendship quests, so keep that in mind. Essentially, this is where you find a broken fishing rod somewhere in the meadow, and you have to return it to Goofy, and you do some fishing with him, and then you can open his Goofy stall, which again does make sense with Wish Blossom Ranch because we are going to be having Goofy stalls throughout the three biomes that we're going to be getting in the expansion pass, and for that, we're going to need Goofy unlocked. But that is it in terms of the essential content that we need to complete in our main valley before we can have access to Wish Blossom Ranch. So, like I said before, you can unlock this expansion pass very early in your gameplay, especially if you're a newer player, so you don't need to worry about leveling up 10s, 15s of characters in your valley before you can get access to this expansion pass and the wonderful characters that we're going to be getting with it, along with, of course, the aesthetics of Wish Blossom Ranch and the amazing biomes that it's bringing. But that is it for this video. Again, I want to thank our lovely community member for providing this image. And thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye, guys.